Hello, my name is Carlos Navarrete. Right now I'm studying Finance Administration at the Tech of Monterrey. Thank you for taking your time to make this interview. I chose you because I know that right now you have as a startup. So can you please tell us a little about you, a little about your credentials, please?
Yes, of course. Well, hi, my name is Eduardo Martinez. I'm actually the Innovation Academic Coordinator here at the Tech of Monterrey. I do have a company, I do have a startup. I used to have another one before this one, which was about international business. And I've been with this one for the last 3 years already, or 2 years actually, in the market, which is a company which is called Loki, and it provides, or more than provides, it creates business innovations, and it creates different projects, and those projects then become companies. The biggest project that we have now, it's called maybe.mx, and we just opened another one called Binet, which basically both of the projects relate to connect companies. In the maybe.mx, it's a platform in internet that connects companies through semantics, that means through words or keywords. So with only one keyword, a company can ask for prices or can give promotion to the company, so it's business to business. And well, that's the business part, and also a writer.
Okay, how did you come up with this idea? I think it's very interesting how you connect the companies.
Well, it's quite interesting. Normally people believe that connectivity, it's something that is just given by granted. That means that when you just go and search in Google and then you find a company and then you call the company, or you go in Yellow Pages. So we normally believe that there's no need for anything else to connect. But then when you see social networks or how people connect, you cannot kind of understand that also companies need to connect in a way, more in a business kind, not a social kind, more of a business kind, to create long-term alliances. So we came up with the idea to create an online platform. There already exist different platforms. The only difference is the other platforms work like a directory where you actually send mails and they contact you. And in this case, we wanted something that will allow any company to receive the benefit of anyone searching for their product. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm searching for chairs. If I'm a big, huge company that sells chairs and I go to Google, that company will be the first one to appear. Why? Because they pay more Google AdWords, more publicity. If I go to my platform and I put I need chairs, then anyone who produces chairs, it doesn't matter how big it is or how small it is, will receive a notification that I'm searching for someone who produces chairs, so they can contact me to sell me. So this actually democratizes every single company. So it doesn't matter if I'm just a startup, I can sell to anyone and the same level that a big company could do it.
Okay, so it also gives you the facility that the other companies are going to search for you. You're not going to be searching for that company. They're going to give you like some prices, you will get.
Yeah, the whole point here is to create, the normal market that we exist on, we call it the push market. That means I'm searching on Google, I find you, I call you and I tell you I have this need, then we kind of negotiate and then you sell me. But because I'm the one in need and you are the one who received the call, you have the power, the leverage in negotiation. And we actually want to move it to a push market, where if I make what we call it in Spanish cotizaciones, which basically is asking for prices, then all of these companies receive it. So they know they are competing between each other to get me as a customer. So I'm not anymore the one in need. They're the ones who want to get me. So they can give me better prices, better quality, or better timetables. So that's actually what we're searching for.
Okay, that's quite interesting. And about your experience, right now this startup is very well structured. When was the first time that you opened a company, the first one?
The first company I started, if we want to speak about the very, very nice way, the first time you started, well, I started selling candies when I was 7. Not really like a company, like a formal company. I was 24. I was 24. I came, or 25, something like that. I came back from Europe, from working in Europe. I came back to Mexico. I was working in Mexico City, and I had an idea to export trash, basically paper trash. And we found someone who wanted this paper, this recycled paper in Pakistan. So the company in United Arab Emirates wanted it. They bought it from us. We bought it from Grupo Caso. We bought Yellow Pages, Expresión Verbal, and we sold it. So we sent it. And we opened it. We were 3 friends, 3 co-founders. Each one specialized in one area. I was the one who talked to the customer. There was one who was special in international law, so he was very good at everything that has to do with law. I managed the part of the trade, and then we had someone who was very good at operations. So he managed all of the operation itself. And that's how we did it, and it was good. But we used to work and had the company at the same time, and it actually, instead of helping the company to grow, because we didn't have enough time and we saw it as a side business, we actually made it, we didn't move fast enough, so it got stopped. Basically, we get into a stagnation. We couldn't move anymore and we started losing money.
Okay, so you started at 24. Do you think that a student right now can open his own company and run it?
I believe there are 2 things that are happening now that didn't happen when I was a student 10 years ago. First thing is, there's a lot of information about how to build a company, and there's a lot of information about what they create lean business. That means putting a company very, very quickly with very low cost. 10 years ago, you didn't have the idea because it wasn't used. So if you wanted to put a company, you were looking more into a traditional kind of way, so you needed more investment, and even when you didn't need investment, like the thing I did, people were like, wow, very surprised. Now it's easier, you have more information about that. Also, second thing, there's also more services, cheaper services, in order for these companies to happen. So yes, I do believe that anyone who's studying could put a company. Now the only thing that happens here is time. We believe normally that companies, a half-time company could work. Yes, but it will go very slowly. So you have to be very specialized in a market that normally that market doesn't have the same service or opportunity with another company, so they need to stick to you. That will be my main advice. If you really want to start your company while you are working, then specialize in a specific way, in a specific niche market where they need you, so they will stick to you.
Okay, so like the main advice that you can give a student right now that wants to open a new company is to find a very specific market?
Well, that's if they already open it. My first advice is to read a lot, to understand what actually is the whole, to acknowledge what it means to open a company, commitment on time, commitment on money, because you need resources, you need to pay somebody. If not, you need to get all your friends to work for you for free at the beginning, or to be part of the company, to start with a co-founder. That means not put it alone. Get people surrounded with people that you believe they can give you something that is key important to the company. Like that, they will not charge you and they will be as invested on the company as you. But be careful. It has to be people that you really trust and people that you know they will work. Because there's a lot of ways in here that I'm looking in my classes of people that start business with friends, but these friends actually just go into the business because they kind of like the bluff of it and they didn't really commit. So now they're stuck with 2 or 3 co-founders who do nothing and they're doing everything and all their income is being divided.
Okay.
So just be careful.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for the audience for being with us right now. And here we have Salvador. And is there anything else you want to say?
Yes, I want to say something that actually just to remind, and there's something that is happening now about this the companies. What we need to understand something about making a startup when you are a student. Normally, when you're a student, you don't pay much, and you don't pay taxes, and you don't pay nothing, and that's a bit easy to say or to do at the beginning. But you need to understand that if you're going to structure your company from the beginning when you're very young, it needs to have the structure of a big company. Otherwise, you might have problems with law or government.
Okay, so you have to structure it very well in order to be legal, right?
Yes, yes, be careful with that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the audience.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.